Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome back to this series of React PDF. Now in today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can add tables, rows and columns to your PDF. Now, as you already know, in our previous tutorial, I explained how you can add this header with logo, with text, and how to add a watermark. So in this one, I'm going to explain how you can actually have a table with data in it. Now we already have our header here. We have our header, which I'm going to close. Then the next thing I'm going to do here is that I'm going to have or add another view, which I'm going to pass text inside it. Now the first text, let's assume I'm doing this thing for staffs, names of staff or details of staffs. So let me just say I have their name, let me say nickname or username, let me say phone or number, then let me say gender. Let me just make it just 4 like this. Now what will happen now is that we already know how to do this thing because we want all these things to be on a single row. So what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to create a style here, which I'm going to call the table header. You can name it anything you wish, and I'm going to add the style to it, which is going to be style dot table header. Yeah, just like that. Now I'm going to add some styles to it. Now the first thing I'm going to add is I'm going to make sure the flex direction is row. Yeah, I want to give it a border. I want the border to be 1. Then I want to set a border color. I want to set this color to be E4, E4, E4. So I'm going to make it E4, 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 just like that. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I need, as you already know, the name is going to have a longer characters than the other field here. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to create a style different from the first column, which is the name. So I'm going to do I'm going to create another style, which is table column 1, just like that. So what I'm going to do over here now is that I'm going to add a width of 40%. Oops, I need to I want the text align to be left. I want the font size to be 11 pixel. I want padding bottom and padding top to be 10 pixel. And lastly, I want the margin left to be 11 pixel. Margin left to be 11 px. Now I'm going to add this style to this. Yes, just like that. Now what I'm going to do here again is that I'm going to create another style, table column 2, just for others. Now what I'm going to do here is going to be more or less like this one. Now I'm going to copy up to this level. Oops. I'm going to copy up to this level. I'm going to replace this width to be 20. And from here, I'm going to have a border left to be 1. Border color to be the same thing I have up here. And same attribute to it. Or same property, style property as this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a style to this. Now if you note something, I set the width of this to be 20. Now I have 3 of it having 20 to be width. That is 60. Then plus this one which is 40, that is 100% width now. So I'm going to refresh my page and see my changes there. Exactly. Now as you can see, everything is looking nice, and it depends on you if you actually want to move your, okay, instead of margin, I think I should make this one padding left. Yes, I think I should make it padding left. Let me see. Yes, exactly. Now the heading part or the header part of my table is done now. Now the next thing I need now is the other parts of my table. The other parts of my table. So what I'm going to do now is, just like we did for this one, just like we did for this, you will need to create another view. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create another view here. Oops. View in capital letter. Then inside this one, I can just make a copy of this. Let me make a copy of that. Then let me close this. Let me make table rows there. Now instead of table column, I'm just going to change it to cell. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I need to first style the view itself. So the view is going to take the same property as the table head. Yes, exactly, with just single property different from it. Now I'm going to set a table row to have flex direction to be row, border with the same color, but I'm going to add a border top to be none because we already have a border for this here. So I don't want the top part to be there anymore. Now, the next thing is I can't have this to be the table column again because the property attached to this is going to be different from the one I'm going to use for the cell. Now, what I'm going to do now is the property is almost the same thing anyways, or maybe we should just leave it like that and let's see how it works. Let's leave it like that and let's see. So I'm going to leave it and save. Have I attached my no? So I need to add my style to be style dot table row. Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to save this and let's see what is going to happen. Wow. So as you can see, everything is in place. Everything is in place. Now what I'm going to do now is that I need to replicate this for like 10 datas. So I'm going to do something. I'm going to create a new file here called data.tsx. Then inside here, I'm going to have my exports const data to be an array. Then inside here, I'm going to have a name to be John Samson. I'm going to have a name to be, a nickname to be Johnson. I'm going to have the number to be this, for instance, and the gender to be me. So what I'm going to do now is that since I said I need a data for 10, then I'm going to make a copy up to like 10 like that. So I can just make a little change here to this, and let me just change it to female. Now I'm going to save this and close it because I no longer need it. Now instead of just rendering it like this, I'm going to now map through my data that I have inside the data there. Then I'm going to map through it. I'm going to have data. Then I'm going to have my index. Now I'm going to move everything from here down here. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pass my key to be my index. Now the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to have my data dot name for this. Same thing, data dot nickname, data dot number, then data dot gender. So that is that. Then I'm going to refresh and get my data. So if you want, you can decide that you want your header, this part, to be bolder than this. Then you can just come over to your style here. You can apply it to the table header. If not effective with the table header, then you can add it to individual table color. Now as you can see, now I have a better and a nice looking PDF file which we designed using our React TypeScript with MUI and React PDF re-render. Now I believe you guys learned a lot from this tutorial, and I believe you enjoyed the tutorial from the beginning. So kindly subscribe to my channel to enjoy more of tips like this and tutorial like this in the future. Thank you. Bye.